Good evening. Welcome to Damage Does D&D. Back on our Tuesday campaign, Helloran Rising, episode 64. 64 of them. That's a lot.
Only 5 away.
Indeed. From being nice. So, recap. I guess it's my turn. It doesn't come around very often, my turn, because basically I'm very lazy. So, without further ado, you had travelled through a strange feature of geography called the Squeeze, which is set in between the mountains and the Macabar Hills, the Circle Mountains and the Macabar Hills. It was unsettling, to say the least, oppressive, encroaching, both physically and mentally, until Miette shared some of her wisdom with you about how to get through this. And, indeed, several dwarven drinking songs later, you emerged out the other side of the Squeeze. And hearing that Miette had several tales about this, you resolved to hear some of these at some point. Moving carefully, you eventually found somewhere safe to stop and to rest, and various conversations were had with gods, beings of power, not gods, who knows what Balo actually is. And you entrusted, if that's the right word, the phylactery to Balo, and Trelador made big inroads with Reorx as to becoming a dwarf. And a long conversation was had about that. The next morning, you carried on down the mountainside carefully, but you encountered signs of what the dwarves surmised was a sapphire dragon in the mountain itself. You could detect the tunnels and movements of it. Of managing to avoid detection, you reached a party of dwarves exiting a tunnel, led by Tharohilda, Yorick's cousin and dragon hunter, and Fergal, Gus's cousin, and a pretty freshly minted healer to boot. There were about 20 of them, from the very elderly to the very young children. They told you of a hurried flight through the mountain, being chased by a sapphire dragon, and the majority of the hunters of the party stayed behind to ensure that this lot could get clear. The dwarves in the party think possibly that the hunters are no more. And Reorx had apparently sent a vision to Fergal to say that he would meet the heroes, i.e. you, who would get them to a place of safety. So, after a brief stop to eat, you started back down the mountainside with your new charges. Some of you learning new skills from very old people on the way. Reaching the plains known as the Fire Wastes, you started to notice the intense heat, and as you bedded down for the evening, you could see gouts of flame in the distance. The next morning, as you set off, once more into the haze of this, not really a desert, more of a sort of barren landscape. You, with all your refugees in tows, you saw ahead a very tall shape. Possibly humanoid, possibly dragonoid, you don't know. At first it looked like a sort of strange tree, but you haven't seen one of those for a long time. And as you get closer, you notice it isn't a tree or a mirage. It is, in fact, a very tall person. So, that's where we're going to pick it up. I believe, who was in the lead of this party? Was this Miette and...
It's usually myself and Florian if we're taking the lead.
But it wasn't because...
No, because Florian was at the back.
I think I was up front.
Yeah, it was Yorick. It was Yorick and... I don't know who else, and there were two of you, for sure.
I was towards the back.
Yes.
Might be me then.
I was just after Mia
Yeah,
and
it actually
Yorick, I think.
it was Trelador, I believe. So, as you are you approaching this figure? Or what's your plan, Yorick, Trelador?
I will stop everyone
Okay,
to discuss. Who's with me?
Trelador, right in front.
Todor, you see, do we want to go round? Go speak to him? What do you think?
More conversation.
Go round then.
I don't know this area very well, do I?
I
know of it, but I've never been there.
Not this particular part. You've never been to the fire waste before.
But I would know that is this the most direct route to where we're going?
Yeah. If you're gonna basically you're clipping the edge of the fire wastes to get to the forest. Otherwise, you've got to go back and then across.
Yeah, we're basically at the junction from the squeeze, aren't we? To in between them.
Lovely, thank you. That was perfect.
Yeah. We have no choice. We go through. Weapons out. Be ready.
Okay.
Can we see this figure from the back?
Yeah, it's pretty tall.
How far away
in
is
the heat?
You say what?
It's difficult to tell. The heat shimmers along the ground make distance difficult to judge. You can make a perception check if you want.
Yeah, that. How far away and if it's recognisable from anything I've read or anything?
Sure.
Been through the hell. Can't get much worse.
Sorry, you both spoke at once there.
Go on, yeah.
I was going to say, I presume I'd know if this area had natural inhabitants.
Yes, you would. There's not normally any humanoid types here. You've never seen them, but you heard there are fire elementals and all sorts of other nasty fire-based life forms, but nothing.
You'd want to actually chat with?
No. So,
15 on perception.
15 on perception. Okay, we'll hold that. Trelador, you were going to say something?
I would just say we've been through the hells. I'm sure a little detour through this place, we can handle whatever is in front of us.
Okay.
If they're as tall as they look from this distance, then I don't think we'd be able to get away that easily either.
I've noticed that everything seems a little taller.
That's very true. With your 15 perception check, it's difficult to tell the distance. You don't think it's very far, but you would estimate this figure is 7-8 feet tall, possibly. Okay.
And there's nothing that I've read that obviously I would have read about the lands and that. There's nothing what's being popped up about it being this 7 to 8 foot tall figure potentially roaming between the forest and the fire wastes.
No, you've not heard of anything or read of anything like that.
Let's just go, but just be prepared. Or have your weapons out. Be ready.
Yorick, you might want to get your people defensively behind us and have the ones who are capable to protect them while we try and deal with the threat if there is one.
I did ask, can you make out, Florian? I'm just concerned that it might be another.
Not much.
That
that haze doesn't really help. Obviously makes everything a bit more blurry. One thing I was going to ask DM, before we set off, if I can just take a few seconds, and I'm not necessarily looking for an insight check here, but what?
No.
If I calm myself a little bit and go into like a semi-meditative state, like I normally do, as if I'm reaching out to Dakota.
Okay.
What type of feeling do I get from this creature? Do I get is it similar-esque in the way it's like from the hells, or that it could actually be like a good omen or something?
Okay. As you try to reach out using the sort of connection you've used with Dakota before, you don't get any indication about this creature at all. So, are you moving forward?
Going to move forward. I want to see if I can get a better look, see if I can figure out
Okay.
what's going on and what it is.
Alright.
I'm going to
So as
move
you-
closer to the front so I can get a good look.
Okay. So as you all move towards the front, Celeste, give me a perception check.
24.
24. Lovely. Okay, so what you see is, well, let's have the person himself tell you what you see.
Hello, hello.
You will need to change your name, of course.
Yep.
I was really hoping he was going to come out with the cosplay of like a fiery hair and beard and everything. Yeah.
That would have been fine. That would have been good.
The name best come after M in the alphabet, because if you dethrone the self-centered character from the center of the screen,
I'm hoping it's before F, so then he has to do the recap.
Ooh, it is.
It is.
Ash's next recap. Whoop.
So,
way over on the side now.
yeah.
So,
What you
Celeste, you see this figure walking out of the heat haze.
Yeah, so what you see is a large, quite broad, powerfully built, a little on the leaner side, humanoid. He's pale of skin with bovine-esque features and a small set of horns. He's got a shock of flame-coloured hair and a rather thick beard to match. He's got scale mail armour of a very odd design. It seems to shimmer, and as he moves, there's a slight tinkle on the wind, a bit like a wind chime. He's carrying a large staff of polished black wood that seems to be shot through from base to tip with veins of purple crystal, and it finishes at the top with a sort of twist, almost like a twist of flame. The crystals have been twisted into flames. And just over his shoulder, you can see on his back a shield of a similar sort of craftsmanship to the staff of this polished black wood. You can't see the design on it at the moment, but you suspect, and from what you can see, there's more of this crystal across the front of the shield.
Okay, so, and you see, after days of journeying through this landscape, you see these figures heading towards you, and then they stop, and you think, well, that's odd. If it was a mirage, it would have disappeared by now.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them start to move closer, and you can make out details. There's sort of an elf, which you're used to, and some shorter people, which you're not used to.
And hairier.
And they're very definitely hairier than you used to. Well, some of them. So, what would you like to do, everyone?
I'm just going to slowly creep forward, telling everyone to be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do what we kind of did coming from the mountains, from the squeeze, and I'm going to stick with the dwarves behind, knowing that I'm fast,
Okay.
just so I can give them an extra bit of protection just in case.
Fair enough.
I'll pull back a little bit, knowing if this person doesn't look aggressive, I'll let the talkers go and do that.
Okay. Are you being aggressive?
No, he's very placid looking, and he was taking sort of very slow, ponderous steps. Just making his way slowly across the land. and he will to not be a threat, sort of just stop and then sort of sit down cross-legged with his staff across his lap,
Okay.
and just wait for this party or whatever it is to approach.
Okay. So, as you do that, can you make me a perception check, please?
Yes, certainly.
I'm not getting aggressive vibes.
21.
Nice. Okay. So, as this party approach you, and you have sat and are waiting for them peacefully, and they're sort of slowly approaching, just a couple of them at the moment, the main body of them I think are staying back, something catches your eye up and above past the party, and the rest of you hear this almighty crash as rock explodes out from the mountainside behind you where you've come from, and a sparkling blue shape rockets out and swoops up into the sky, twists. It looks beautiful. The sunlight catches it. It just glitters, all different shades of blue, and then starts to bank back down.
I shout to I shout to the groups, it's like, make it to the forest, keep going, get in cover.
Oh, you've
And
got
I'm
a
just
fair
gonna-
way to go to the forest yet.
Oh.
You've got at least a day to get to the forest.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought like the path was like in between the
Well,
fire
the
waste.
path has come down the side of the mountain. Yeah, you've got a big plain and then the forest.
Sorry,
You're in
I
this sort of fire wastes plain
yeah, got you.
that will lead you across to the forest. It's at least a day's journey, possibly more.
Like to take cover behind my shield and shoot the fucker out the sky.
Okay.
Protect the children.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll roll initiative. That's what we'll do
Yeah.
first.
Whilst we do that, just to confirm, do you want me to do the recap for next week, or
No, Ash will be doing the recap next week as Firenze comes next, isn't it?
yeah? No, I was just it kind of fits as well with the new character, but
Yeah.
I was just
First impressions and all
I
that
met
lot.
this bunch of crazy ass fuckers.
I see that name, and all I can think of is Assassin's Creed.
no.
See, I'm waiting for friends and Florian to be confused and, you know,
Oh,
you
that's
have
good.
Bushy
Yeah, well,
and their
well,
friends
well,
and
You know that's why he did it, isn't it?
All I can think of
Firenzian.
is Ezio Auditore da Firenze, and it's never going to change.
I see Frenzy and think Centaur.
Yeah, I do as well. 100%.
I rolled atrocious, even though I get
Okay, so let's see, 25 and above, anyone?
Yes, 25.
25. So we've got Florian,
Hang on, math. Yes, 25.
25. Okay, 25 to 20. Ah, yet
23.
23. Perfect. Okay. 20 to 15.
19.
19
15.
for Yorick. And 15 for who said 15? Somebody Celeste said 15. Okay. 15. Okay, so 15 to 10.
11.
11 for Firenze. Okay. And 5 to 10.
9.
8.
Okay, so
Come on,
Jay,
James, it has to be 7 now.
Melissa.
Jay, how did you get 0?
Sorry, Melissa was 9. Who was 8?
8.
Okay, Trelador 8. And Gus.
I love the fact
at
that Gus is
4?
always the first one to shoot.
Okay, so I'll give
And the
you.
last
I'll
one,
give
yeah.
you your shot, Gus, because you said
Okay.
that before we rolled initiative.
Okay, as usual, it's going to be marksman. So
Okay,
minus whatever it is to plus do our thingy me box.
thingamabob doodah. Yes, lovely.
26 minus
Favourite
5
enemy?
is. Oh, is it minus 5? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yep.
Too many times since we played this. Sharpshooter minus 5, so it's 21 to hit.
21 does indeed hit.
Hooray!
If I hadn't seen us already, I'd seen us now.
Bonus action, I'd like to mark it with Hunter's Mark.
Of course, yep.
As usual, let me just cast that spell. Thank you very much. And then I will do my damage.
Okay.
That's one of them. Plus one of them. Is that it? Just one of them and one of them? It is just one of them and one of them. So that is, the massive 11 points.
11
of
points.
damage.
Okay.
No, that's wrong. No, that's right. 11 points of damage.
Sure?
No, it's wrong. 21 points of damage. I forgot my plus 10 again.
Are you done?
So 21 points of damage.
Are you sure?
Magical piercing damage. Yes.
Let's call it an even 50 and then it's done, yeah?
Yeah, that'll do.
Keep rounding up.
Okay.
21 is the final count.
Right.
It's like we've been away for 6 weeks, isn't it?
It
Jesus
is.
Christ.
It's painful sometimes. Okay, so that Gus's shot. The dragon will. Who's at the back? Florian. Okay, you need to make a Constitution saving throw, please, as the dragon exhales a pulse of a high-pitched sound.
Ooh, sonic damage.
Ooh. I haven't got a big con, but I rolled 17, so 19.
19. Ooh, that's eek. Okay. So half damage for you because you get 19. So that is. Ooh, that's lots of those ones. I like those ones. They're good.
If I survive, Chaz, we're not allowed to level up until the
We're not.
69th episode.
10, 20, 28, and 32, 39, half to 19 points of thunder damage. Was this debilitating roar hits you as the rear guard. Okay, so those are the two surprise goes. We're now into initiative. Florian, you are up with Miette preparing, please.
How far is it up in the sky?
It's... I'll show you.
Oh, here we go. Mappy map time.
Mappy map time. Okay. Let's get that on the go. Open that.
Oh, shit, son.
Okay, I don't have a mini for you, Ash, so I'll have to improvise something.
You can just use the snow mini as a stand-in for now.
Okay, I was going to use one of the tall red dudes. Because you're tall. Okay, so Florian, you are about there. The dragon is... he's about... Let's just move.
Can't see anything, Chess.
I know, I'm
Yeah,
trying my
he's
best.
sorting out first.
Oh.
So the terror when he turns on the camera can be absolute.
Yeah. Okay, let me just sort this out first. Ferenz is right away over there. Gus is round about there because he was at the back. Actually, let's put the camera on as well so you guys can see. Okay. So,
That is a very tall figure.
Celeste.
Oh, red dude.
Celeste was
What a
over
dragon.
there.
There's a big old spine down the middle.
Yeah. You were up there. Let's just move back a little bit. Yorick was up at the front. Miette towards the middle. Okay. And you've put Hunter's Mark on, haven't you? Okay, well,
Yep.
Dragon's about, I'll say about 40 feet in the air at the moment. But he's coming down towards you. And I'm going to say, for the purposes of this fight, your dwarves are over here.
Okay.
They're like behind me, yeah?
Yes, you are the last person. Actually, I could put some dwarves up. Couldn't I?
Yeah. What I mean is in like from my back, as in diagonally behind me type thing.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get some of these. So they're sort of over there-ish.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Just so we've got a sort of vague representation of where they are. They're sort of all clumped together over there.
I hire some of these. That rock was in front of me on the corner.
They're not very high. It's 2-3 feet off the ground. This place is fairly level, but it is cracked and dry, and some bits are blackened. Okay, so Florian, what would you like to do?
Okay. It's coming down to us. You said yes. It's kind of like
it is sort of swooping down at an angle, so it should probably land. Well, it might land. It might just swoop over and back up.
What's the angle it's coming down at? Just so I know where to move to.
Okay. Well, let's take that off. It's coming in this way, so it's coming directly for you, and it will swoop over. If it's going to swoop, it will go that way. That's the angle it's coming in at.
Yeah. So can I move? I move 10 feet.
Yep.
I'm going to say down now, and it's going to be the opposite, so I hope it's the right way. No, other way then. It wasn't the right way. Yeah.
Okay.
And I am going to potentially do something really fucking stupid here.
Go for it.
Good.
Alright, so I'd like to hold for if it swoops and low enough.
Okay.
So I have... let me just double check all of this, Chaz, for you before I say it.
Sure.
Vision traits. Monk has so much shit.
Okay.
Right, okay, so yeah. I've still got 45 foot worth of movement.
Okay.
And if it's going to come sweeping down towards the dwarves...
Yep, which it looks like it's going to.
Yeah, I still have, because he left and I never got to give it back to him, I still have a short sword from Snow.
Okay.
I am going to wait for the dragon to swoop down until, well, I think it's low enough. And I am going to jump on its back and use my action to stab the short sword into it.
Nice. Okay, so you're holding a jump and a stab. Okay.
Yeah. If that's when it's low enough. So if holding that action, just to clarify this, Chaz, I would only get one hit at the dragon if I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I allowed to use a bonus action now?
Yes. If you want to use a bonus action on your turn, and then hold your action to stab.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So what I will do then is hold because I have no idea where this fucking dragon's going. I will hold a patient defense.
You can't hold a patient defense.
Well, sorry, use patient defense as
Okay.
such. Sorry. So if it attacks me before it's low enough, then it's still.
You can do patient defense as a bonus action, yes?
Yeah.
Clarifying. Cool. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Cool.
you defense up, but awaiting your chance to spring on it and stab.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Miet, what you got? Yorick, you're up next.
I have no fucking clue because, haven't faced off against a dragon before. I will run over to the dwarven group
Okay.
and put myself between the dragon and them, because that seems like kind of proper stupid heroic stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, just read about.
I do like stupid heroics. That's the most fun type of heroics.
Mm. Oh, and since that's my movement,
Yep.
I am going to likewise hold my action until the dragon is overhead, and then try and shoot it in the belly.
Okay.
Because I hear sometimes dragons are, softer and more vulnerable in the belly parts. So
Okay. Noted. Okay, so Yorick, you're up with me next, then Celeste.
Right. Just
You're here.
my computer can. Yeah.
Sorry?
Is my computer functioning in any
Yes,
way?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay. Right. Seem to have a bit of a
Okay. Well,
issue there.
you're up the front
Okay.
here.
Right. Right. Come from that way. We did. I'm just looking through my inventory, but we created something. I tried to create some sort of bowler or something. James, did you take that? Did you add anything to your inventory?
I think.
I haven't got anything.
No, I didn't. But I do remember you were creating a couple of like grappling hooks which could be attached to my crossbow to shoot over a dragon to hold it down.
Yeah, I remember having that conversation about you wanting to create them. I can't remember if you actually did or not.
I think there was at least one made.
Yeah, because he
yes,
did it the
yes,
night
there
before
was,
we passed the dragon.
Mm. Yeah, so I'll say you've got 2 of those.
Okay. Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do then is either pass it to or tell Gus, use the bowler, and I'm bring him down, Gus, and I'm then gonna just sprint to the front to try and get round.
Okay.
Probably don't have all that much distance to gain.
Where do you want to go? Do you want to go to your...
Yeah, that way, and probably towards the group a little bit. And
how's that? You'd be right next to Gus, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That makes sense, because I'd have been shouting something at him, so.
Yep.
Okay. Then. Is that the one? Yes. I am going to cast. Fine. Yeah. As I run, I'm going to have shouted that and then started casting, and then in front of Miette.
Dog on stream.
Yep, dog on stream.
Is this dog on stream?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Appears
she's helping.
Snoot on stream.
This ethereal-looking dwarf, giant dwarf,
right?
If you can imagine it, as I cast Summon Celestial.
Oh, okay.
In Defender mode.
Okay.
I will keep that.
Okay, so let's have a look. See what.
Yeah, it's. Let's take off my fifth.
We'll use an invisible Trellador. How's that?
Perfect.
You talk about big dwarf.
Yeah.
It's yes. It looks ethereal. It is a big dwarf.
Yep. So you've summoned a ghostly copy of Trellador as tall as he used to be, but still in dwarf shape. I like that. That's cool. Okay. Anything else, Yorick?
So I've not.
Does your Celestial go on your turn, or?
That's just what I was looking for.
Okay.
shares my initiative, yes,
cool.
because on my turn. But it takes its turn immediately after me. I would assume it doesn't get a turn now, or would it?
If you've summoned it in defensive mode,
No. Can I say it's in Avenger mode?
sure. Then yeah, go for it. What's it gonna do?
Because then it's actually got a ranged weapon if I do that.
Okay.
Which
Okay.
makes a bit more sense in this circumstance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is going to. Oh my god.
Lift his shield up and say
Number
a
of
vendetta
attacks
symbol.
equal to half this spell's level rounded down, so 2 attacks at level 5. Okay.
Sure. Was that a level 5 spell? Was it?
Yes.
Cool. Yep. 2 attacks.
Sure, attack. My attack modifier. Okay. So 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
What's the 16? So 25 to hit.
25 definitely hits.
Okay. So 2d6. Oh wow, I rolled 4 on those 2d6. That's amazing. Plus 7 for 11 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Puts radiant damage. Okie dokie. Yep. You see
Okay,
it
and
blasts
then
into the dragon.
Presume, yes, I am concentrating as well.
You are? Okay.
Going.
One of those.
Oh yeah, I'm concentrating also. By
Of
the way,
course you are.
the Duty Firkin.
Oh, go on. It's caught on your tail, Gus.
Is it just me, or is the map camera freezing every so often?
Is it?
Yeah, occasionally. It's not
Yeah,
often.
No, that was fine.
Okay.
And then there's nothing I can do on as a bonus action, so that's
Okay.
me done.
Alright, so the dragon swoops across. So, Florian, it gets low. Roll me an acrobatics check because it is moving.
Yep, that's fine. I do have that thing as well, just as if it's like low enough and I can like essentially run up its wing, essentially. Don't
As I
think
say,
I'm
you
impaired.
can possibly try. You can certainly try.
Oh, acrobatics, yeah?
Yes, please.
24. 17's
Nice.
the roll tonight.
Yep. So you are now on its back.
Yep.
Roll for stab.
Yep. So, come on. Ooh. 16 plus 7, 23.
23 hits. Yeah.
So I'm assuming I'm like in my head I had it pictured that if I did it I'd be like somewhere near its neck
Sure.
and the blade just goes in and stays there. I don't remove it, so I'm on the dragon.
Okay. Roll some damage.
Yeah.
An aggressive crump one.
So it's 5 points of well, I suppose this would be piercing damage, but it is non-magical.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sword isn't magical.
Okay. So yeah, you do that. It doesn't seem to notice. Flies and turns, and is going to take a swipe at some of the dwarves.
I get to shoot too.
You do, yes. Sorry, Miet. You get your shot as it's flying overhead.
I get, or being more realistic, I get to miss.
That's more usual.
Mm. No. Yeah, 17. So that's a miss, I believe.
That misses, yeah.
So instead, I will take the turn to Yorick, who's just cast this thing in front of me when I was trying to be heroic here.
Okay, and the dragon has Hunter's Mark on it. Hunter's Mark's too teeny, so, Okay, and it's going to take some swipes at the collective dwarves. That's probably not going to hit. Let's have a look.
Has it landed or is it still in the air?
No, it has actually landed.
Okay.
So it lands and takes a swipe. Claw.
Can I use my reaction to sentinel attack it?
No,
You
because
used
were
your
holding-
reaction.
You were holding your action.
Oh, that is my reaction. Fuck. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Yes,
Sorry.
yes. No, no worries.
So that's going to be a 19 to hit. So I'm going to say that hits. And does. Oh, that's 2 of those. Oh, that's not looking good. 9 damage. 2 there. That's that one. And it's going to take another swipe. Ooh, that's a good hit. That's 24 to hit. And that's 13 damage. So landed, swipe. And you see dwarves just fall, being thrust about on the battlefield. That's going to be its go for now. So, Celeste, you're up with Ferenz preparing, please.
Is there any way I can try and land a fairy fire without actually hitting anybody else?
I mean, you will hit Florian.
That's fine.
Because Florian is on the dragon. I mean, you could angle it so that it goes to the back of the dragon, but you will still hit Florian.
Fucking Florian.
I mean, calculated risks and all that.
I'm not 100% sure it's going to land anyway, but he's got a high enough dex. I'm going to risk it.
Okay.
So, yeah, fairy fire.
Okay. And
Dex
that is
save.
dexterity saving throw, yeah? That's a... Hang on, what's he got? 19?
Fuck, yeah, no, that succeeds.
And Florian?
Natural 20.
Yeah, definitely succeeds.
Yeah. So you cast your fairy fire, and just as the space clears, it's not clinging to either of them. Anything else,
Okay.
Celeste?
I'm going to have turned around because I'm hoping that the stranger is not going to,
Stab you in the back. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
And then I will use my bonus action to go into starry form.
Okay. Here's what I prepared earlier.
And go into chalice mode.
Okie dokie. So that's Celeste. Ferenz, you're up with Melissa preparing, please.
Okay. So I'm going to stand up
Okay.
and begin walking towards the.
Okay.
So from where I am, can I see any of the dwarves that are down?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So as he walks forward,
What's your
so
movement?
it's 30.
So 15. 15.
Yeah. He's going to sweep the staff in front of him, and you'll see a bunch of sort of motes of white flame race out towards any of the dwarves that are down, and is going to cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
Celeste, another healer.
So it's they all regain 8 hit points.
Nice.
What the hell is this?
Somebody's after your job, Celeste.
I didn't know anybody else knew how to heal.
Who regains that, by the way, sorry?
There were
Any-
2 dwarves that were down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those 2.
So it'd be anybody else that sort of needed it, but he literally just sweep these motes of almost little motes of white flame outwards.
I don't think anybody else has been hit
yeah.
apart from Florian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was asking. So
So
if there is one to take, I will.
Yeah, I can do up to 6.
Okay.
8, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 8. And yeah, that's gonna be it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me.
Okay, Melissa, you're up with Trelador preparing, please.
Sorry. I'm gonna move back away from the dragon because
Good plan.
big scary dragon. Also, so I can keep the new stranger in my kind of line of sight almost.
Okay.
And I'm gonna knock a couple of arrows and take a couple of shots.
Sounds like a plan. Go for it.
Trying a new thing, which is, not using the power that ties me to Prince of Hell.
I mean,
We'll see how it goes.
see how we go with that.
16 to hit.
16 does not hit. It's going quite badly so far.
28 to hit.
That hits. It's going well again.
7 points of piercing damage. It's not magical.
7 points of non-magical piercing damage. Okay.
Did it look like that had an effect?
It hit. Whether it did huge amounts of damage, you don't think so.
Okay. That will be all for now.
Okay. Trelador, you're up with Gus preparing, please.
How far away is it? I can't quite see from here.
You are 5, 10, 15, 20. About 25 feet away from it.
Okay, yeah, I'll use all my. Well, how much movement have I got now? 35. Yeah, so I'll get into its grill and then I will rage with my bonus action. Wow, I know this one. So as I rage, sort of vines and flowers all appear behind me. I just look at it and go, "What the fuck?" And within 15 feet of me is now classed as difficult terrain for my enemy.
Okay.
And I will attack. Weapon. Not recklessly, but with great weapon.
Okay.
Fairy fire. Sorry, I missed that.
No, it didn't land, unfortunately.
No.
That is a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
So 1, 12. 9 plus 7, 16 plus 8, 18 plus 28 points of slashing. Natural slashing. Then second attack.
Okay.
It's not as good. 15 to hit.
No, 15 does not hit.
That's me. Action, bonus action.
Okay. As you see, your second attack just sort of skitters off its strange hide. It appears to be made of this sort of translucent gem-like structure. Also different blues and greens melding together. Gus, you're up with Florian preparing, please.
Right, I'm going to grab these two like grappling hook bolt thingies that Yorick made, and I'll throw the ends of the rope to him and say, "Stick those in the ground," and I'll take aim over the top of the dragon and use my 2 attacks to shoot them over into the rocks behind, so the grappling hooks can grip onto the rocks.
Okay, so you're trying to sort of over into the ground so that yeah, okay.
Well, there's that big rock thing behind it, so sort of over the rocks. So the
you're going to move around, or
yeah, if I need to, yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I'll move to where's the best position to shoot into a place I can pick it up.
Yeah, so we can go over to there.
Can I use my reaction to do as he asked and stick them in the ground?
You didn't use your bonus action either, did you?
I didn't use my bonus action.
Well, and if you stick the ropes in the end of the ground here, he fires them over there.
It's just going to go over the top.
Go over there. So
right, we need to coordinate a bit better than James.
Right.
Or just stay next to me and fire over the top.
I'll just stay next to Yorick then and
sure.
Fire over the top of it with the intention of trying to get it stuck in the ground.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Just normal attack rolls then?
Yep, normal attack rolls.
Okay. First one is a 27.
Yep.
Second one is a 23.
23, okay. So you fire, poof, it goes arcing over the dragon, and you hear it land, and you think, yeah, that's pretty good. You reload, you fire another one. That goes over and you hear a sort of clink dunk. You think it's got in. It's difficult to tell. There's a big dragon in the way.
Yeah, well, I'll start pulling him taut and then helping Yorick tie him off, and that'll be my entire go then.
Okay. Righto. Okay.
Hopefully it'll disadvantage it a little bit by
All right.
being restricted.
We could certainly hope so. Okay.
Yes.
I would like somebody, don't care who, roll me a d20, please.
I will in. No, no one else has, so I'll do it.
Not
16.
16. Lovely.
No, that's good.
So, as you are all doing this, you hear this sort of noise, and a gout of flame appears on the floor. About there. It's about 10 foot tall. Roaring flame. Okay. Florian, you're up with Miette preparing.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm imagining that I'm quite near its head, where I am at the minute.
Sure. Yeah. You sort of ran up its wing, sort of grasped it to the neck.
Yeah. So my right hand what turned into stone, wasn't it? So with my left hand, I hold onto the sword.
Okay.
And with my right hand, I go and try and punch it in its like right eye, essentially. Like bang.
Sure.
With that.
Are you aiming specifically for the eye?
The head area, but if
head area. Okay, cool.
Like just
sure.
Fuck it, yeah. So specifically the eye.
Specifically the eye. Okay.
So that is 19 for that one.
Okay, 19 does not hit.
Okay, and then seeing that if like I'd assume that like my fist kind of like glances off.
Yeah.
I'll just go like punch it in the head for the second one.
Okay.
And that is that's 18 for that.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit as well. You crash your fist down on it twice in quick succession. This thing, it just doesn't appear to be taking any damage from you. It's just, your fist just goes boom, just bounces straight off. It's almost sort of, it's like punching rock or diamond or something really hard. It's just not having any effect.
Okay, so I'll spend a key point.
Okay.
And do flurry of blows on it.
Okay.
I'm going to use a different dice because that one was a shithead. So that's a 23 to hit.
Yep, 23 hits.
Cool. So I need to go back to that so I know what I'm rolling. So the first one is quite nice. So that's 10 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend another key point. And I am going to use my have a look. My hand of harm.
Okay.
Hang on, let me have a look.
Is that not a bonus action? And I'm totally prepared to believe it's
Yeah, I'm
not.
just having a look. Just look at. No, it's not. It's just use a key point.
Okay.
Yeah, hand of harm, but specifically the precision's touch one.
Okay.
And hopefully subject that creature to the poisoned condition.
Okay.
And I've got one more hit with the flurry of blows.
Okay.
And yeah, that's only a 17, so that doesn't hit.
Okay. Is there a saving throw for this poison condition or not?
No, it just says with the precision's touch, when you use hand of harm on a creature, you can subject that creature to a poison condition until the end of your next turn.
Okay. Right. Okay. you on there, as it is poisoned.
And with that, did it feel like, because as a monk, my fists are magical, did it feel like that had more hit than the sword did?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm literally riding the neck or the head of this dragon with my left hand with a sword which is implanted in its neck, just like fucking pounding it with my fist.
Absolutely. I'm totally here for that. That's fantastic. Okay, Miet, you're up with Yorick preparing, please.
I am going to try getting the dwarves out of the way. Obviously not our fighty dwarves, but our refugee dwarves.
Okay.
So trying to like sidle in as close under the dragon as I can, and kind of pulling dwarves out of the way.
Okay, so I'll say
Yes.
you've managed to drag 2 out of the way.
That is a good start.
For action
Yes.
and bonus action, if you want to do that.
Wait, was that only movement?
No, that's going to be your movement to get 1 out of the way and then another 1 out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I'll say that's your. I'll say you could use your no, actually, that could be movement. Go on, you've got an action and a bonus action. Go on then.
I'm torn between trying to get the helpless ones out of the way.
But
and
if you want to spend your action and bonus action to get another 2 out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because I've already checked my inventory and I don't have anything large. Okay. Because if I had got something large, I would have gone up to the dragon and kind of, WWE'd it with a chair.
Yeah, okay. So I'll say you can get sort of 4 of the dwarves out of the way that way. There's still, a lot more of them have scattered.
Yeah.
But those 4 were definitely in the way of the dragon.
It's like the out of immediate danger part.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Okay,
so that's Miet's go. Yorick, you're up with me, then Celeste.
Okay. So does it seem like what Gus did has held?
The ropes are taut because you're holding on to one of both of them at the moment, aren't you?
Yes. Well, I will just try and get that pegged into the ground as hard as I can then. So
okay.
So I'm not just holding on.
Give me a quick survival check.
Survival. 19.
19. Yeah, I'll say you can with bits of metal you've got in your pack, you can. I mean, you're used to doing this kind of thing anyway. So I'll say you can get both of those ropes tied down and secured into the ground.
Cool.
As your bonus action.
As my action. Okay, then in that case, I'll use my bonus action.
Okay.
Where are you? You are just a bonus action, aren't you? Yes, I will cast Spiritual Weapon and summon my Spirit Hammer.
Spirit Hammer has appeared.
Right in the dragon's face.
Oh no, Florian's fallen off and died.
No.
My hammer's so powerful.
So young.
And I cast that. Where have you gone? Yes, I cast that at 4th level. This is how you burn through all your spells. That's a 25 to hit as it comes
25
in.
Definitely hits.
And does 8 plus 4, 12 points of force damage.
Okay. Cool. So that's Yorick. Now it's...
Also,
yep.
My spiritual guardian there, or celestial fella, they are going to move around a bit, or basically straight towards the camera by 15 feet.
Okay, so that way?
Yep. or just back one. I'll do. Yeah, lovely. That's also going to be hovering just 5 feet off the ground because it can fly. And he's going to take 2 more shots.
Okay. Can this just happens, or it doesn't? Oh no, because it's got its own initiative, isn't it? On your initiative. That's cool. All right. Ignore me. Carry on.
Don't worry, it's new for all of us.
Yeah.
What was his thing? Oh, it was my spell attack, wasn't it? Which is 16 on the first, 27 on the second.
Second one definitely hits.
And that's a better roll, and it was +7, so that's 16 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, nice.
Pretty good.
Lovely.
That will be me. Done.
Okay. So, Dragon's turn. It is going to... It's gonna claw attack. What's its reach? Yep, it's gonna claw attack at Yorick, and it will claw attack at Trelador. So Yorick first. That's a...
Is that at disadvantage because it's poisoned, or is it not poisoned?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, disadvantage. Yeah, that's 29 to hit. Disadvantage. So that's claw. Which is...
Was that one on me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So that is 16 points of piercing damage and 8 points of thunder damage.
Ouch.
And for Trelador, that's another 29. That's less. That's only 23.
Still hits.
That is 13.
I tried, guys.
13 points. Sorry, no, 13. 21 points of piercing damage.
Half to 10.
Half to 10. And 12 points of thunder damage. Half to 6. Does thunder get halved? I can't remember.
No.
Only if you're a totem barbarian.
Yeah, so 12 points of thunder damage. And it's going to... It's going to try and... Yeah, it's going to hit... Can't quite reach Gus. So it will try and bite Trelador. So that's 27 to hit.
Yes.
And that is a bite. That's 14, 22 piercing, half to 11, and 9 thunder damage.
Can I, now you've sorted that out, can I use my sentinel to try and hit it as it attacks somebody?
Yep. As you have a sentinel. Hang on.
What?
It's the end of your next turn. Is
End of my
right,
next
okay,
turn.
So it's all the way through. Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, carry on.
Unarmed strike with sentinel, isn't it? Let's have a look.
Yep.
Yeah, melee weapon attack. So yeah, it would be my fist anyway. So 23 to hit.
Yep, that definitely hits.
So it when you hit, yeah, so it can't move. Its speed becomes 0.
Okay.
So let me just do the damage. Sorry, Chaz. 6 damage.
6. Okay.
And that is magical.
Yep.
Yeah, no, and that's everything. But if I've done that, can I use a key point to try and stunning strike it? Because I've hit it.
On your reaction.
Yeah, the stunning strike is when you hit him when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend a key
I think
point.
you can. Yeah. If you've got key points to burn them.
So it has to make a con saving throw. I know it's pretty much impossible, but it's worth anything.
Constitution saving throw. That's 29.
Yeah, it saves. That's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
So that was. Where did we get to? That was the Dragon's Go. Celeste, you are up with Firenze preparing, please.
I will go diagonally across from, is that Trellador? On the right of the
Trellador?
dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You want to go this way?
clamber up on top of the rock. No, so I'm diagonally one up from him.
Okay. Sure.
And lean over, reach over and tap him on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds at level 4, and then the chalice will hover over and tip silver stardust over Yorick.
Okay.
So that's 23 points of healing to Trellador.
Nice.
And 12 to Yorick.
Lovely, thank you.
Very good.
And I think that's everything. Yeah, that is me.
Okay. Right. Okay, let's just take quick.
I will back up 5 feet, actually.
You're going to back up 5 feet. Okay, sure. Well, it's not quite that far, is it? It's a bit out there. Okay, so that's Celeste. So Firenze, you're up with Melissa preparing, please.
Okie dokie. I've got 30. Can I get sort of anywhere towards 2 squares up from Trellador?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You get to sort of there-ish if you wish.
No, I was thinking more going sort of up on the screens.
So
Yeah, so
towards this way.
yeah.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20. About there?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
So he'll sort of just plant his staff, and you'll get this sort of fountain of. He looks sort of very pure, white flame, just billow out.
Okay.
And then sort of disappear. But there's an aura around him now. It's got a 30-foot range, so the spell bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range for the duration. Each creature has advantage on wisdom saving throws.
So pretty much everyone.
Yeah, so I want
Not quite
all of the
Melissa, but everybody else.
So each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws, and regains the maximum number of hit points possible from any healing done.
Okay.
Wow.
So sort of you can just see sort of a glow around Firenze now, and the sort of at the top of his staff you've got around the item that's there is just this sort of ignited white flame. And he's concentrating now.
Okay.
We've found our healer, guys. Yes.
Oh,
You, Finny.
Finally.
It's a joke, Nat. It's a joke.
A healer has appeared. Awesome. Okay. Firenze, if that's your go.
Yeah, that's
Melissa, you're up with Trellador preparing.
I'll go shoot arrows at it.
Good. I like it. Go for it.
bold new take on the character. 27 to hit.
27 definitely hits.
12 points of piercing damage.
12 points of piercing damage. I'm presuming this is magical piercing damage.
It's not magical.
Oh, isn't it? Okay.
My bow is not magical. Not without my right on it.
Okay.
And then second attack. 15.
A 15 does not hit.
Does it seem like my arrows are getting through to this?
I mean, they're hitting. They're not doing as much damage as you would hope.
I'm going to move as... Yeah, I'm going to finish my turn there.
Okay. Trelador, you're up with Gus preparing, please.
Okay, at the start of his turn, Trelador's just going to look around and see this glow wash out, and he's going to assume he's done something. So he's just going to take a couple of seconds just to bask in his glory.
Okay.
And he's the favoured champion of Reorcs.
Indeed.
And then he's just going to shout for Reorcs and try and do a really bad West Country accent to try and like fit in with the dwarves. And then he's going to activate the Searing Smite on his axe and attack him.
Awesome. Go for it.
And he's going to attack recklessly now because he's pissed off.
Okay.
With great weapon fight.
We are comes with special effects. Who knew?
Yeah.
Yep. So this could be good. This could be bad. It's 20 to hit.
20 just hits.
Ooh. 5 plus 7. 14. 24 points of slashing plus the Searing Smite, which is 2d6. So it needs to make a save. Constitution save.
Constitution save. That is a 19.
You're going to be a very complicated act.
19?
Yeah, that passes.
Okay. So it's 24.
24 slashing. Just see whether it does anything. On a failed save. Oh, hold on. So it takes 1d8, 26 on fire damage to the target and causes the target to 9 at the start of each turn, so it makes a con save. Okay, sorry, I misread that. So it doesn't need to make the con save, but it takes 6 points of fire damage, then it makes the save on its go to see if it puts it out.
So you're saying it's on fire?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. How much fire damage?
6.
6. So, Florian, can you take 6 points of fire damage, please?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot my own. Never mind. Second attack then.
Okay.
Same again. Reckless, blah, blah. That hits 23.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm trying to do this quick.
I know. Take your time, man. It's all good.
Lots of math.
Who
8
knew?
plus 7, 15, 2, 17. 27 points of slashing.
Nice.
Happen again, the smite? Don't think so.
No.
Because it's on it now,
Yeah.
so...
So it's just the 27, yeah?
Yeah. Just the 27.
Okay. Just 27. Outrageous. Okay, anything else, Trelador?
No, because it's bonus action to do the smite.
Okay, cool. Right, Gus, you're up with Florian preparing, please.
Okay, I'm going to move back about 15 feet. So I'll
Okay.
pull my shield out the ground, move back about 15 feet, stick it in the ground, and then get behind it and start shooting again. Take a couple of
enough.
shots.
Go for it.
So the first one is how do I count again? 23, so 18.
18 does not hit.
Okay. And second one's a natural 20.
Yay, that definitely hits.
So that is one of them plus one of them. So that is 5 plus 6, 7, 13, 13, 19, 29 points of magical piercing damage for that one.
29 points. Nice work.
That's me go.
Perfect. Okay, so who's next? Yorick, roll me a d20, please.
11.
11. Okay, so this gout of fire disappears. That was that. Okay, Florian, you're up with Miette preparing, please.
Okay. So seeing that everyone's going hell for leather on this dragon, I'm gonna shout out, and I'm like, guys, what the hell are we doing? Gus, Yarick, aren't we meant to be stopping this war? We can't just kill it. This could be our only chance to talk to one. And then I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
To what am I going to do? I'm going to hold my action for when it attacks somebody else.
Okay.
Within 5 feet of me. And if you'll allow me to, I'm just going. I know it's now we're basically both on fire.
Yep.
But I'm going to keep hold of the sword. And I'm just going to. This sounds so fucking stupid, but I'm going to do it because I think he'd do it. He's going to like pet the back of its head, and I'm good. Florian's just going to be. No one else will hear this because I'm at the top. He's just going to be like, "Look, I'm hoping my friends are going to talk to you in a minute. I don't know if you understand me, but please just listen." And that's it.
Okay, what's the saving throw he has to make, please, Trellador? Is it Constitution? Yeah, Constitution saving throw, please.
Me?
Yeah. If you want to put yourself out.
Oh yeah. I 100% try to put myself out. It's only 13.
13 is to save.
Oh, wow.
You made it. Okay, so you're no longer on fire. Excellent. Good to know.
Okay.
Okay, so the poison condition drops off.
Yep.
And Miette, you are up with Yorick preparing, please.
Operation Rescue Dwarf continues.
Okay, well, all the dwarves, you've moved all of the dwarves out of danger.
And I've told them to, get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
Yep.
Which they will respond to and run off.
Yep. There's no more dwarves under the dragon?
No more dwarves under the dragon. Well, there's Trellador and Yorick.
No more refugee dwarves under the dragon?
No more refugee dwarves.
Trellador and Yorick can handle themselves.
Okay.
I presume then I will have heard Florian's appeal for mercy.
Yeah, he did shout it pretty loud.
I'm not stupid enough to do what I want to do.
Are you not? Are you sure?
That's a shame.
Do the stupid. Go. Do the stupid.
I don't have anything in my inventory that would work for this.
What you doing, Mia?
Okay, yep. Let us be stupid. I do believe from our combat outside the last city we were in, because I can't remember the name of that bloody city. I also took one of the big tabards, yellow and black tabards.
You did, yeah, with the ogre.
Yes. So with my knowledge and animal handling skills, which are of course excellent from working with horses on the caravans, I will approach a dragon, attempt to push the cloak over its face to, calm it, because that's what we do with the horses.
Right. Okay, dragon is, I would say at the moment,
Not calm.
well, let's see. So it's about 15 feet up to its face.
I'm an acrobat.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
So that was such confidence there.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. No problem. Shouldn't be a problem for you.
It's like clearly my animal handling is as good as my acrobatics.
Is it? Okay, well, you could do either then.
Yeah, well, it's 24, so
24.
is that
yeah,
good enough?
Absolutely. You
Excellent.
launch yourself and just drape this cloak or this tabard across this thing's face.
Yeah, and then I will attempt to hold it on, just pat it on the snout, kind of muttering calming noises. But
Okay.
Jesus.
So now we have
Bye.
both Miette and Florian on a dragon. There's no way this could possibly go wrong.
No, at all.
Dragon whisperers.
I mean,
What they don't realise is the sapphires are the most brutal and horrible ones that never talk. They'll just kill.
they don't know that.
No,
well,
they don't.
I will say, because I have heard this often enough as Miette, it's your own fault for not telling us.
It's very
Not
true.
my-
Anything else, Miette?
No, I think, clinging for dear life to a dragon's snout is enough.
I mean, I'm absolutely loving this. It's fantastic. Okay, Yorick, you are up with the dragon, and then Celeste.
Oh, yeah. So Martin completely forgot that we weren't just murderizing all the dragons. Because, 2 weeks means that
I get it.
information just goes. So now I'm a little... I don't know if we can reason with this sort. Gus, what do you think?
I think it's gone too far for this one.
I'll have to kill it then. All right. And I'm just going to, carry on attacking it.
Okay.
I love that that's how quick that thought process is.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. We'll have to kill it.
Around with dragons.
Knocking unconscious wasn't an option?
But it still is.
Because, it's going to be kind of awkward when we next meet an intelligent dragon and they kind of turn around and go, so what happened to the sapphire outside the mountains?
Yeah, you killed Barbara.
Yeah, it's like, dash.
Self-defense.
How are they going to know? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna carry on attacking it.
Okay.
I'm gonna shout, "We can't reason with this sort," and then smack it.
Okay.
So
Roll to attack.
my Warhammer goes 25.
Yep, that hits.
Nice. I'm also going to remember to use a thing that I have forgotten to use, which is my Divine Strike actually gives me an extra D8.
Ooh.
Which I think I got at level 7 and just never used.
Oops.
So that does 7 bludgeoning, non-magical. No, it is magical bludgeoning because this is what my thing works on, and an extra 2 fire damage.
Okay.
My spiritual weapon is going to swing for 19 to hit.
That misses, I'm afraid.
And Spirit Dwarf is also going to fire his 2.
Okay.
The 16 isn't going to hit, but the 23 will, I
23
guess.
definitely will, yeah.
And that is, whatever this is, 6 plus 7 for 13.
13.
Okay. That's radiant.
Yep. Maths. Yep, okay, I got it. It's alright. My brain just went, ooh, just for a second there. Cool. Right. Okay. Anything else, Yorick?
No.
No. Okay. So it's the dragon's turn. He is going
Although
to.
people will definitely see me visibly angry.
Okay. I'll say, Flora, you can't see Yorick because there's a Miette in the way. Miette, you could possibly see Yorick being angry and hitting it. But it is the dragon's go, however. I would like...
Just...
Sure, yeah.
Looking forward to this.
So I was just going to say, it doesn't say to see, it just says when a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, I can use
Sure.
a sentinel.
Okay.
Or like the thing.
Okay.
To button again at the start of its turn, it needs to roll against the fire.
Oh, right, yeah. That was a con save, yeah?
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
No longer on fire. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Right, so it is gonna... It's got its breath back, so it's gonna roar out. Somebody has put a thing on top of its head. I'm gonna say... Yeah. Everybody must make a Constitution saving throw, so that is... ooh, I don't know if it's actually going to hit there. Yes, it will. Trelador, Yorick, Firenze, Gus, and Melissa. Everybody, Constitution saving throw, please.
Do I have to?
You don't. You're just outside its cone.
And much as I might regret asking this, I'm okay for I am.
I'll say you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
Because although you're technically in front of it, a bit of you, but yeah, Florian, you are exempt from this because you're behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so let's go around the room. Trelador.
19.
19. So you're going to take... Ooh, let me just roll
So
the damage first.
Chaz, hang on.
Yeah.
So before you do this, so if I'm allowed to take my attack, and if I hit, there's something else I wanted to try and do within that, with a key point, which may negate this. Just before we did it.
Well, this is not an attack. This is a breath. It's a debilitating breath. It's a feature, not an attack.
It's naturally minty fresh breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, you can't use your sentinel because it hasn't actually attacked anyone yet.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so okay, so where do we get to? Trelador, you got 19, so you take 37 points of thunder damage.
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
That's fine.
Who's next? Yorick?
14.
37 points of thunder damage. Firenze?
23.
23. So you take half of that, so that's 18 points of thunder damage.
Okay, need to make a.
You and Yorick need to make
concentration.
concentration checks.
Yeah.
I don't think Yorick's going to make it.
I have a feeling you might be right.
Yeah, I got 18 in my concentration.
And you took 18 points of damage, so yeah, you're fine.
Cool.
18 DC Constitution saving throw. I think.
18. I rolled an 8, so 11.
No. So you are no longer concentrating. What were you concentrating on?
The spiritual person, yeah, that one.
Spiritual Trelador. Yeah.
Oh no!
Spiritual
Little
Trelador
spirit,
has
mate.
gone. So who have we got next?
He never left you.
Gus.
20.
20. So you take 37 points of thunder damage.
Ow! So I need to take a concentration saving throw as well.
You do.
And I got 12.
That's a fail.
Okay.
So what were you concentrating on?
The pointy bang bang skull.
Yep. Pointy bang bang skull. That's altogether those are words. As a
Yes.
sentence, it doesn't quite stack up.
Makes sense for Gus.
Yeah. Okay, so next, Melissa.
I'm a metal detector. Come on.
Sorry, what did you get, Melissa?
12.
37 points of thunder damage.
Owie.
Yes,
Can I
indeed.
just reconfer with you as well, Chaz? So when it
Yeah.
first attacked us,
Yeah.
I rolled a 17 and I have +2 to my con, which was a 19, and I only took half damage.
Yeah, that was because it was up in the air and it was coming down. So
Okay, yeah,
there is a reason for that.
yeah, just looking out for it. I was just
Yeah, no, that's fine. Good looking out. I like that. Miet, what did you get?
On advantage, 6.
37 points of thunder damage, please.
What triggers a con save then? It's just a concentration.
Yeah, it's just
if you're concentrating on something, yeah.
Yeah, no, I do not have the brain cell
Yeah,
today, so I've not been
this
concentration.
is thunder damage, so it's like... Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so can I do one of those? So that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So that's its go. Celeste, you're up with Ferenz preparing, please.
After seeing that go down, I'm going to go, oh dear.
Yeah, you just watched all of them just go get rocked by this damage.
Yeah, I've got something for that. Let's just decide what I'm doing.
And with that, I'm going to go and tap Tolador on the shoulder again, but this time I'm going to cast Mass Cure Wounds, and I'm going to go for Yorick, Tolador, Miet, Melissa, Gus, and Ferenz. That's, I think, my 6 targets. 60 feet.
45, yep.
Does the Beacon of Hope, is that only healing from Ferenz or healing from anyone?
That's healing. Any healing. So we're going to get 29 points.
What's the max healing on your...
It's 29.
So everybody gets... All of those people mentioned get 29 points of healing.
Do I have to roll separately for Melissa?
Yeah.
For...
Because I'm not in the aura.
Yes, you will have to roll the healing for Melissa because she's not in the aura.
14.
14 for Melissa, 29 for Trelador, Gus, Yorick, Miet.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Don't let that happen again. That was my only one.
Good combo, though.
Yeah, works well.
It works really well, yeah.
You're not the only one with that spell either.
Okay.
But I was until recently.
Yeah. Anything else, Celeste?
Then I'm just going to take 2 big steps backwards this time.
Okay, fair enough. Ferenz, you're up with Melissa preparing.
So that's actually changed what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to move towards the dragon.
Okay. Where do you want to be? There?
I want to sort of get close enough to touch it.
Okay, I'll say you can get in the middle there.
Yeah, so as he does this in Draconic, he's going to speak to the dragon and say, and ask him why is he fighting dragons are supposed to be friends.
Okay.
Now, usually this would only work on humanoids. Actually, no, I can't do that because if I do that, I'm going to lose. Okay, never mind. I'm going to use a 4th level inflict wounds. So he's literally just going to put stroke across it.
Put it and go, we're supposed to be friends, and then really
Yeah.
hurt it.
That was quite the turn.
Awesome. Okay.
As a projection of strength, so it's actually roll to hit.
Okay.
So 12 plus 10, so 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Ooh.
Roll your damage.
So that's 6d10. 6. 15. 19. 23. 28. 38 points of necrotic damage.
38 points of necrotic damage. Lovely.
Sorry, quick addendum. I just realised that because I'm casting a spell that restores hit points, I can still chalice. So another 9 to Melissa.
Okay. Cool. Anything else, friends?
He's just going to keep sort of just essentially kind of singing in between the draconic version of Draconic that he knows.
Okay.
And telling this dragon that it shouldn't be fighting people, it should be helping them.
Okay. Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Gus, you can hear this newcomer talking to this dragon in Draconic.
Okay.
Telling it that it shouldn't be fighting people, it should be friends. Whether that influences you or not, who can tell? So, friends, if that's you, Melissa, you're up with Trelador preparing.
You will never guess what my master stroke tactic is going to be here.
I'm going to hazard a guess. You're going to run up to Ferenz, go up behind him, pull both his ears out in that motion, and rip his head apart.
You're close.
Oh, wow.
What I'm actually going to do is shoot some arrows at the dragon.
Oh, cool. I hadn't thought of that.
I love these messages we're sending.
24 to hit.
Sorry, say again, Debbie?
24 to hit.
I was saying I love these mixed messages we're sending.
24 to hit. 24 definitely hits.
9 points of regular old flavoured piercing damage.
Okay, it's 9. Sorry, Trelador has just messaged me. I've just seen that. Then make a concentration check. When you got
As ages goes for the flame, they've gone out.
Oh,
so.
right, okay, cool. Sorry, Melissa, carry on.
Yeah, so that was 9 points of damage for that first turn.
I got that.
The second attack is 28 to hit. I hit both of them at the same turn.
Nice.
And that is 11 points of ready salted piercing damage.
Lovely. Okay.
Weird not using magic.
Anything else, Melissa?
I don't like it. Oh, actually, I am going to move 30 feet so that I'm kind of running diagonally past behind Gus.
Okay.
So I'm trying to be out of the way of the front of the dragon because, ow,
Okay.
my ears are still ringing. And then my... Do I use that? Hang on. My bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind.
Okay.
Just to keep myself going. Healing for 7.
Lovely. Okay, Melissa, that's you. Trelador, you're up with Gus preparing.
Is Florian still on the dragon?
Yes, Florian and Miette are both on the dragon.
I'll look at them both and I'll go. And I won't invoke the axe this time because I set Florian on fire last time. And I will
If you set
just
me on fire,
attack.
you'll never get the end of it.
It's mainly that. It's not so much that I'm scared of Florian, I'm more scared of Miette.
I mean, fair.
But I will attack recklessly with great weapon fighting.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Woohoo.
Yes.
That hits.
Oh, math. Big math. Right. Roll good on this one. Ooh, that's not bad. That's a 10. Double to 20.
He's getting
Plus
good at
rage
this
is
match.
22. Plus that is 29. 39 points of slashing.
Oof.
And second attack. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Cool. 6. 18. 25 points of slashing.
25 points of slashing. Nice.
Can I do anything with my bonus? So many things now. No.
No?
Doesn't actually matter. Yeah, no, that's me.
Okay. It's going to... Right. The dragon is going to vanish from there.
Did my ropes do no good?
No, because it teleported.
Oh, right, okay.
So, no, that stays there. Okay.
Too clever.
My hand was still on it.
Yep.
Would I go with it?
No.
Okay.
It's a teleport spell. So it teleports it and anything on it. So it's... Well, would it?
Maybe your hand to go with it, so now you've only got one hand left.
I'm just wondering, would it... Because it vanishes to teleport. So I'll say that Florian and Miette, you fall, but because of who you are, you land on your feet.
Naturally.
Where the dragon was. So, you are both here facing these three. Okay, so that's his
Attack!
reaction. Gus.
Okay. Having heard what Ferenz said and what Yorick said earlier, and Freddy over there, bouncing Freddy. Sorry, Florian. I'm going to shout over at the dragon and say, "Are you going to stop fighting us then and talk?" And if it makes no response, I'm going to shoot it.
Okay. Well, let's see. Tell you what, make a persuasion check. You can have advantage because of Florian, Miette, and Ferenz.
19.
19. Okay. I rolled a 19 as well.
He's thinking about it, which means he's going to get shot.
He responds to you in Draconic. Foolish mortals! I'm going to eat all of you.
Okay, then I'll shoot him in the face.
Fair enough.
I gave it a try, but he
You
said
did.
he's going to eat us, so that's
Yeah.
it. Okay, first one misses with a 15, and the second one is a 22.
Yep, 22 hits.
Okay. Oh, and bonus action, I'll recast the thingamy-bob. The
Scully, death.
Hunt, yeah, that's the one. Hunter's Mark. So that's 6, 12, 22 points of magical piercing damage.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope, that's me.
Okay. Florian, you're up with Miette preparing, please.
Okay, how far away is it from us?
He is about 60 feet.
Okay. I can't really do anything. I'm going to. Whereabouts is Yorick to me?
Right in front of you.
Okay. So.
Yorick is there. Have to hurry you, Florian. What you doing?
I'm gonna move forward a little bit in front of everyone towards the dragon. and I'm gonna turn back and say, "Don't fight it. Try and talk it round." I don't know what he said in Draconic, so I don't understand it.
Nope.
And I am going to run right up to it. Got
Okay.
55 feet worth of movement, so whatever it took me to get in front of him, and then that.
About there then.
And to the dragon to say, "Please just listen to them. They've been sent by Riox to not fight you." And then the only thing I can do is a key point for patient defense.
Okay. Good to know. Niet, you're up with Yorick preparing.
Rude. Gas, what did he say?
He said we were stupid idiots and he was going to eat us all.
So we need to beat him up some more, yes?
Yes.
Okay. I'll start approaching it slowly, at like walking speed.
Okay.
And holding out the cape like a... Actually, not directly on, because that puts me right in front of it for its
Okay.
getting breathing on. I suppose scooting around, yeah, that in that direction, and holding out the tabard like a matador's cape, getting ready to, use it again.
That's genius. Dora. Anything else to be had?
Can't understand Draconic, so nothing else we can do.
Okay. Yorick, you're up with the dragon, then Celeste.
Okay. I, especially having heard Gus say that it was going to try and eat us.
Oh, forgot.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout, "Get back here, you coward!" And launch a guiding bolt at it.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Hits have been hit and miss. That's a 15.
Unfortunately, that's a miss. The guiding bolt is
Warning shot across the bow.
righto.
You meant to do that.
There,
And
I will.
goes, "That was just a warning."
I will move my spiritual weapon as far as I can go in that direction.
What was that?
But it can only move like 20 feet, is it? Yeah, 20 feet.
Okay. Okay. Anything else, Yorick?
No, I'm going to stay there.
Okay. So, Gus, you hear a voice in your head. Mum? Do you need my help or what?
Yeah, if you want to come down, maybe you could talk this dragon to stop it trying to eat us.
Right. All right. You see, entering Bridris. You want to roll initiative for her?
Okay, she goes straight after me.
Oh, does she? Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
So, the dragon, seeing Bridris appear, yeah, okay, is going to. Okay. Those of you that can understand Draconic, the dragon bellows out, "You fools! You may have won this round. I will return, and I will eat you all." Flies back towards the mountain.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
Was it? So I was 5 foot away from it, yeah?
You were 10 feet away from it, but yeah.
Balls, okay. It's just that you said I was 60 foot away from it and I had 55 foot worth of movement, so I thought I was 5 foot.
Okay, yeah, you can be 5 foot away from it.
I'll take a sentinel attack at it if it's far enough.
Okay.
I haven't understood anything.
Okay.
That's so true.
Not to be 19.
19. Unfortunately, you just missed, so it does up and start flying back to the mountain. And we'll take a break just there.
Cool.
Okay. So we will take a little break. Get a much needed drink, I feel. Let me just pop the stream on hold. Please enjoy this lovely hold music by Moab while we go to get a drink. and welcome back. So, the aftermath, the dragon flying back towards the mountain it came out of. The dwarves, your charges scattered and taking cover. This new tall stranger in amongst you, whose Gus appeared to be talking to a dragon. This is where we pick it up. What would you like to do?
Well, we don't know what happened there. I thought you were going to talk to it, Redress.
Well, I was, man, but he's gone. Do you want me to go after him?
No, I think that'd be a bit dangerous.
He is a bit, shouty.
He was a bit nasty and shouty, and he did lots of horrible, nasty stuff to us.
Yeah. Right, so... what's the plan then?
Well, you just wait there a second, and I'll just turn around and make sure nobody's about to attack her.
Not at the moment. The dwarves are still in cover.
Yeah, I'm going to run at the group of civilians and make sure everyone's okay.
They seem to be. They're a little sort of shell shocked that the dragon would hunt them in the open. And they're all like, "Oh, Yorick, you did a really good job there. Thanks, mate. That was really good. We got it away from us. Is it going to come back, you reckon?"
It might do. We need to get moving, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And then... Sorry, go ahead.
Would I be able to tell, having had healing from Celeste and Yorick both, that I received healing from somebody completely different during that?
No. Healing is healing.
Okay, so in that case, I go straight up to...
He may have noticed a mote of white flame just hit him and soak into his wound, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, that was different. But, yeah, you don't really know an awful lot about healing magic, so...
Yeah, that's fine. So
probably
I'll just
assume it was Celeste or Yorick that did
Yeah.
that.
Nobody would presume it would be Yorick.
It might be.
I'll go right
More
up.
likely to be Gus.
I'll go right up to the new face of this group then.
The white flame just goes out at the top of the staff, and that as the beacon as the beacon ends.
Yeah, kind of like quarterstaff in hand. It's a bit. But... And who are you?
A stranger who was helping us, Florian. Thank you.
That was quite righteous, I think.
God.
My name is Celeste. Thank you for helping out our group there.
You're quite welcome.
And what's your name? Sorry?
Ooh, my name's Ferenz.
Pleasure, Ferenz.
Nice to meet you. So, why are all of you out in the open in these wastes? Seems a bit odd. I mean, I expected some of the short ones to be here, but not all of you.
We're on a rescue mission of sorts. Trying to relocate these weary travellers.
And does this sort of thing happen to you guys a lot?
As much as I'd hate to admit it, yes.
That's so right. Right, my dudes. So I assume you're on your way to Drummond then?
I believe that's where we were headed, and I'll look at Florian.
Right, have we still got any injured people? Do any of you need any help?
No, I'm fine.
I'm a little bit beaten up, but nothing too presumptuous that Celeste can sort out.
Yeah, and sort of friends will walk past towards the dwarves and just pat him on the shoulder. And use a second level healing word. Well, sorry, a second level cure wounds. Just as he's walking past, so it's 8 and 3. Oh, that's 3. Yeah, 11. 16 points.
Is that next?
Was that for Florian? Yeah.
Yeah, that was for Florian.
Right.
Over that, but oh, thank you.
And if you've got any wounds, you'll just see sort of like this mote of white flame just go down over it, and then soak in, and it sort of knits the wound together.
You said 16, yeah?
Yeah, 16.
You get my message, DM.
You asked us what we're doing out here. What are you doing out here in these wastes then?
I was told to come out here. I was told that people needed help, and I would find them out here.
Told by who?
I don't really know you, so I'm not really going to tell you. Or
Well,
you need...
I'm gonna take a stab here. Friends, was it?
Right.
I'm Florian here. Nice to meet you.
Hello, Florian.
There's a couple of people in this ragtag group we got here, which have been told by their deities of what to do as of late. I'm assuming yours did, to say that there's people in need.
I mean, if that's the way you want to put it, sure. I wouldn't exactly think that... Well, I don't know if he considers himself a god.
I think we need to be clear about who we're getting involved.
I'll have to ask him.
Does this person have a name?
Well, I know him as the Great Multifaceted Light.
So he doesn't have a name.
Again, I don't really know you, so I'm not going to share that with you. Do you just go sharing all of your innermost secrets with everybody that you meet?
No.
Well then.
Why do you keep laughing?
I just think it's quite funny that, you know, the serendipity of life.
Did you say the multifaceted of light?
Well, look at me, I'm covered in crystals. If you shine a light through a crystal, it goes. And there's lots of facets. There's lots of facets.
You'll have to excuse my friends. They can be a bit suspicious. We've encountered a variety of different people, not all of which have been kind. But I do appreciate your assistance in this matter.
He's turned around several times now, and there's embossed in the centre, carved out of crystal, there's a large sort of dragon head's crest in the centre of this black wooden shield.
I only ask, not more so confused, but intrigued. If I were to say the name Sama to you, would that mean anything?
Would that mean anything? I'm guessing not.
Nope.
Nope. It means absolutely nothing at all.
I think everyone.
And can I just raise one point? He's probably going to lick his wounds and then come back. So if we're going to start moving, we kind of need to move now, and we can have this conversation on the move. I'm heading back to Drummond, and my friends there are preparing tinctures and potions and bandages for these unfortunates. There's also living quarters available, and we're preparing for an influx of refugees from the mountains. We are aware of what's going on, and I'm here to help.
Thank you, friends. I think you're right. We need to get moving.
Well, let's stop talking and let's move then. Come on.
I'll just point out, I think everyone will see not a hint of what's the word I'm looking for?
I've started walking.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to describe. So after Florian asking
Suspicion?
that question, no, he'd sadness, I suppose, after saying that he doesn't know who Sammer is.
Okay.
That'd probably be the first time anyone would see Florian asking about a deity. He would see a hint of
Disappointment.
sadness. Yeah, and I wouldn't say disappointment, but yeah, just sadness. Yeah.
Okay. So you start to organise the refugees. They are happy to take direction until they see Bridris. And immediately they go on the defensive. Crossbows are down.
I'll go, hold on.
Lorenz would interpose himself in between the dragon and these crossbows. There's no need for that. Dragons are friends, they're not enemies.
What are you talking about? Get him out the way. We fucking kill him.
No, just you listen here, young man.
What?
Talking to one in the group.
Yeah.
We want special orders from Reorcs to stop the bloody war. This is Bridris. She's mine. Right?
Mum.
Yeah?
I'm a person. I'm not yours. You
You're
can't
mine,
own me.
You're mine and I'm yours.
You can't own people or dragons. We're people as well, you know. You can't own us. Not yours.
Right. She's my friend.
That's all right, yeah.
All right. There you
And
go.
he's my mum.
Yeah. And I'm his mum.
A couple of them just sort of look at you. Just say, just with like, this dwarf has obviously gone mad. He's being
Now,
mind
I'll
controlled.
tell you the story when we're in a safe place. But Bridris here is here going to look after us. She won't hurt you. You don't go hurting her. Right?
Well,
She's
can I
one
not
of
just
us.
eat one of them? I'm
No,
joking. I wouldn't eat one of them. It's far too airy. I like with the horns. They're... Oh, right, sorry.
Is just a question here: is Bridris still speaking like 100% Draconic, or is there any words breaking
There
through?
are dwarfish words breaking into this conversation.
Right, okay. A dwarven dragon. Excellent. Speaking.
She's going to get mocked for her accent by the other dragons.
Sort of a pigeon dwarfish, if you know what I mean. So it's like
At the end of the campaign, everyone will be a dwarf.
Yep, absolutely everybody.
I think Florian, knowing and having been worked with, I can't remember her name now, but the old master woman gnome who helped us cover the tracks.
You mean dwarf?
Yes.
Dwarf, sorry.
Yep.
He'll kind of look at everyone and go, listen to Gus, he's been with us since the start, and so is the dragon kind of, and it hasn't hurt us yet. Just to try and impose a little bit of calmness.
Who's the one you were talking about, who taught you the
yes.
truth, pipes up. Well, I reckon that if young Gus says it's safe, he's a good scout, that Gus. I remember teaching him when he was little. Well, still is little, really, but I remember teaching him and he was quite good. Not as good as me, mind, but he's quite good. And if he ain't been et by this dragon yet, which he ain't, I can't see any legs missing. You got legs missing, Gus?
No, all my legs are here.
Right. So, as the oldest, she looks across at Corman. I'm older than you. Shut up. As the oldest, I decree this dragon... What was her name, sorry?
Bridris.
Bridris is to be a member of this hunting party, such as it is. Nobody is to hurt her, and she will not hurt anybody else. Is that right, Gus?
That's right.
Right. She looks up at the dragon. Up at Bridris. Says, points a finger at it. If you hurt any of these people, I personally will have you for breakfast. British is like, Mum, what's she saying? Oh, she's being a bit grumpy.
She's a bit scary, isn't she? She says, "You're one of us now, so you mustn't hurt anyone, or she'll have you."
Right? Yeah. No, I
wouldn't argue with her
no,
either.
I'm not going to argue with her. She's like quite scary, isn't she?
Yeah, she still scares me, and I've known her for years.
Oh crap!
And I'll turn back to her and say, "Right, she understands."
Right. Well, what are we all standing about for? Come on!
No.
Bloody young'uns coming round here just standing about, ready to get eaten by dragons.
As we start walking, I'll whisper to Bridris and say, "Look, Bridris, there's quite a few little uns here who can't keep up. Can I put them on your back? And then you can ride on your back and you can carry them.
Yeah.
But don't eat them."
No, I even eat the little ones.
No, that's all right.
There's
then.
like not even a snack in them, is there? It's like
No.
when you have a bag of crisps, you don't want to eat all the crisps, and you don't just have one, do you?
I'll call all the little ones over, who probably are quite enthralled by this dragon.
Absolutely.
I'll say, "Do you want to ride on her back? Save your legs. She won't hurt you."
They're all sort of looking at you and looking at Bridris, and then they look back at Thummer, who goes, "Yes, please."
I'll lift them all on the back or behind you. I say, "Hold on tight," and I'll just walk beside Bridris as she's walking with the rest of us.
Bridris takes great care and just is walking very carefully, so as not to, knock them off or hurt them in any way. Occasionally glancing across at Thummer just in case. So, you carry on through what is essentially the southern southwestern tip of the fire wastes towards the great forest of Drummond. Yes.
As we do that, can I do what we done originally? And I know there's been a big battle here. The dragon knows where the battle ended. But can I start covering the tracks up again, like I was taught by Thummer?
You can certainly try. There's not a lot of tracks being left. The ground is hard here. It's cracked, and there doesn't seem to be. It's all sort of. Imagine like a volcanic landscape, and my geology friends will pick me up on this, I'm sure. There's not a lot of ash or anything like dust or anything to leave tracks in here. It's all hardened rock. It's all dark in places. It's lighter in other places where it's cooling at different rates. And occasionally you do see a gout of flame just erupt out of the ground.
Okay, if that's
like
the case,
geyser,
then
but with flame.
Yeah. If that's the case, I won't do that. Then I'll stay with the group and travel.
Would I know how long it would take to get to Drummond City?
To the city itself, probably once you hit the forest, about 2 to 3 days. At the speed you guys are walking. So, you continue on towards the forest, and I'll say it's a good day's walk from where you are.
As we go, I want to kind of catch Florian at some point.
Okay.
I think so. Friends will be out in front, just sort of, using the long legs to sort of move ahead.
Yeah, you keep sort of outpacing them and have to sort of slow and drop back a little bit, and then you forget yourself again and walk on again, and it just...
Every time you'll just turn back and there's a little giggle.
Nice.
Florian.
Melissa?
When we get back to Drummond, we need to have a chat about a lot of stuff. But for the moment, I looked over that forensic guy. And unless he's some other kind of thing, not devilish in any way. No idea what he is, but he's not a devil, not of the hells.
mean, that's good to know. Maybe what he said was true, and daddies are working together to try and stop this dragon war, and what I can see, the end of the world too.
Hopefully. No. It's gonna take some reading to figure out what daddies we can trust.
It is for sure, but keep plodding along now and come up with some information that's useful. But gotta say, I did notice your arrows. You didn't do anything during that fight, and
After what Vale told us and told me, I always had that niggling doubt in my mind that no, this power was given me by her and isn't to do with you know who. But I just can't stomach it now. Knowing who it comes from and knowing what she's done.
yeah, I get that. You probably noticed that I didn't exactly follow or believe in the temple anymore. Although some of its values are quite good to go by. But you'll find your place, and
At this point, calling it a temple is disingenuous, because I mean, I don't blame you, but the temple now is pretty much just me.
I'd rather make a temple. Not that I want to be a cult leader. I'm not saying that. But if I had the choice, it would be of the full-hearted, not the broken-hearted.
Well, it was always meant to be about getting people away from the darkness of hearts, and well, it's mostly worked. But
yeah, I mean, we haven't exactly been the best in our relationship since everything's happened.
No.
I trust you a little bit more than what I did before. But I'd still like to spread love and positivity throughout the world. And I'd like to save it, for starters. I want you to know, if it seems like I'm making a stupid decision, don't stop. Everything's coming from the heart. I'll do whatever it takes to save you, the world, and everyone else.
You've always been the best, Florian. I'm sorry that I've been not the greatest of people to lead you.
No, it's fine. We've both been deceived in different ways. And I think what Florian will do at that point is take off the necklace of the pendant for the Broken Heart Temple and hand it over to Melissa.
Take it. I think I might get Yarick to melt these down. Make something worthwhile of them.
Why not? It's just something I can't believe in anymore, but they got a good group here. Chelador, he's tricky, but don't tell anyone, but I do love him. But he is tricky.
Florian, you're talking to someone who I made it my job to see stuff like that. And if we make it through all of this and I find a way to redeem myself, you know I will be upset if you don't invite me to that wedding.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Different types of love out there, Melissa. But
you know,
put it this way, feelings are trying to watch him.
That's fair. I mean, outside of the kind of self-aggrandizing, I can see what you see. But
I mean, who else would take a curse for somebody else and put themselves in danger? Come on.
precisely. But I do want to make one promise to you, Florian. If the last thing I do is get Dakota to safety, then it'll be the last thing I do. I'm swearing to you now that we will get her to safety.
I understand what you mean, but forgive me, but I'm not going to swear back to you. I mean, you have made a deal with the devil as such.
That's fair, but no, I'm promising you with no expectations in return, because at the end of the day, it does feel, well, it feels like Vale's fault, and by extension, I feel we need to take the blame for that as well. I've been not the greatest of people to everybody here, so I'm gonna work on it.
I guess we all are. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you, Flower.
So as you're having this conversation, there have been gouts of flame firing out of the ground, usually far away. One, however, strikes much nearer. And as Trelador passes, he stumbles and shouts, and then carries on as normal.
As if it's to do with the...
You're right, Trelador.
Yes. Fine.
All right then.
Make a perception or insight check, up to you.
He's already said he's all right. What are you worrying about?
It's definitely
He's a dwarf
inside,
now.
and it's 19.
19. Yeah, for sure.
Perception 20.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely... You saw him, his arm automatically before he could stop it. Just that quick reaction, even if it was quick to put his arm back down again. Definitely his chest.
I'm gonna have a quick look around. Can I see any signs of worked stone anywhere? Any signs of a structure nearby?
Again, make a perception check because you're looking for something different.
With these bursts of flame, because of my connection to fire, do I feel that there's anything different about the flame, whether it's dirty almost? Because I'm used to a very sort of pure flame.
Okay, hold that thought for a sec. Melissa?
14.
14. You don't see anything worked in the vicinity. There's nothing, there's no structures. It is literally just a sort of, as far as you can see, sorry, to the north is just this plain of fire gouts and blackened earth and stone. And then obviously off to the direction you're heading is the trees in the distance.
I don't see anything that could have caused that.
I just lost my footing.
I'll walk up to Cholador. Sorry, I was going to jokingly say get down on my knees and walk along with him, but I won't. It doesn't happen. And be like,
You'd still be faster than him.
I know they heard you, Cholador. I'll say this fairly quietly, not expecting everyone to hear because we're bustling to try and get out of this place. I know they heard you. We're not in a good place for the curse you took. We need to get out of here fast.
Why is this place different?
It's the fire waste. I'm assuming it's got a bit more connection to the hills. That's why it's hurting you.
It's not hurting. I lost my footing.
Okay, you lost your footing, but I'm going to stand by just in case it happens again.
Then I'll fall on top of it. Oh no, I can't now because I'm short.
Oh dear. So Ferenz, interesting. Make a nature check, please.
I really thought you were going to ask him to incite the fire. That's like ultimate Phidias.
No,
No, he's
I'll leave
the
that
DM
to
is
you.
leaving that for you.
Knowing what I know about fire,
It's a 15.
15.
Fire hot.
I mean,
Ow.
it's certainly not the dragon fire that you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not. I mean, it feels fairly natural and of the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
So there's
flame.
no-
It's a different kind of flame, but it's flame.
Okay.
I'll just say back to Florian at the end of the conversation, just go, I'm going to need your help. When we stop to make camp, I am going to make an announcement, and I expect you to back me up.
You expect me to back you up when I don't know what you're going to announce?
Do you trust me? Wow.
No. It's me thinking of how I'm going to say it, not
Wow.
This is a pivotal moment. This is.
Well, of course I trust you.
When we stop then.
Okay.
So you carry on for another 3-4 hours. The day is long, hot. The pace slows towards the end of the day because this place is really, really warm, and you've got dwarves in plate armour who are not necessarily feeling the heat, but some of the older ones are a little slower than you'd like them to be. Miette, you've been through the fire waste or around the edges of the fire waste before. You remember how unpleasantly hot it is, and just it's not good. Ferenz, you've done this exact journey. You know exactly how hot it is. It's not that bad for you, but it's not great. It's not the most fun experience you've ever had, but you get through it. The rest of you, it's hot, it's sweaty. Celeste, you don't think you've ever been anywhere with temperatures like this? That dry, almost sort of, the air, when you suck it into your lungs, almost hurts your lungs. It's that hot and dry. You walk on into the evening and it doesn't get any cooler. The skies start to darken, but it doesn't get cooler. It's really bizarre. And there are gouts of flame just out of the ground. None of them near enough to Tranador to cause him any stumbling. But still, it's unpleasant.
How much longer do we think we're going to be before we get out of this place? Is it worth carrying on walking through the night?
Looking
There's
at
nowhere really to camp, is there?
There isn't really anywhere to camp. No, you would have to sort of try and... I mean, you could try digging into the ground to make yourself somewhere to stay, but that would be really difficult. So yeah, to carry on walking, you would think probably another 3 hours to get towards the edge of the forest.
I think we need to keep going. Get out of this horrible place.
I have to agree with
I'm Gus.
I agree with Gus. This isn't a good place. This is very much not righteous, and I don't like it here. I mean, I like fire, but I mean, we do need to keep walking.
Move in front of the group of civilians and talk to them and say, we can't really stop here. We think 3 hours. Can everyone keep moving for 3 more hours?
You can guess who this is. Corman. Really? Three?
You're not too old, are you, Corbin? You can't keep up.
Now listen. I'll have you know, right, that an army marches on its stomach, as well you know, Gus. And if you start being cheeky with me, I won't be cooking you no more food. Simple as.
Friends will adjust the straps on his shield and essentially sort of flap, and it will sit down like a flap on his back. If you are tired, old timer, I can put you on my back and you can rest your legs.
Gus, what's he saying?
He says, do you want to ride?
Oh, I bloody well don't.
No, he bloody well doesn't.
Bloody cheek. Just because you think you're taller than me. Well, I'm bigger than you. I'm tall people come around here.
You said you were
Don't
tired.
pay no mind to him. He needs his dinner.
I'm just saying, an army marches on its stomach. I'm a cook, and a bloody good one.
And I'm so looking forward to when we get out of this horrible place having one of your lovely meals.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, they are the best about, aren't they?
Could you just not, knock up a bivvy, or we could just stay somewhere?
Well, see these fire things, they keep on just spouting out the ground everywhere, and if we build a tent, it might just spout up the backside of your tent.
Well, seems a bit of a waste, really, all this lovely hot. We could just make some lovely stew and just get, have a bit of a rest and...
Couple of more hours and we'll be done. Come on.
No.
I'm quite strong and I want to help, so if anybody wants to dump their pack on my shield, I'll carry it for a while for you.
The dwarves all sort of look at you. Right. Righto. And not one of them takes you up on it.
Presuming that in common, Miet absolutely does.
Sure. Okay.
I feel like Miet's curled up on the back there.
Miet is struggling. Miet is wearing armour, grounded up plate armour, and full body fur.
Yeah, Miet is just... It's not a good
It's
look.
not having a good
It's
time.
like the fur is matted and...
Wet cat.
Yeah, she's not having a great time.
If someone just looks at her sideways, she's practically hissing at them.
Okay, so you elect to carry on. Yorick, was there anything particularly you wanted to say to any of the refugees?
No, not in particular. Just make sure they're all okay.
I mean, they all seem to be okay. Corbin is a grumbling, but he always grumbles.
We know that.
Thummer appears to be fine. She's towards the back of the group, but you can see what she's doing. She's making sure the rear guard is okay. She's keeping an eye on Britris. So she's highly entertained at the moment, so she's not a problem. Good. Looking across the other ones, most of them are okay. All the kids are on Britris, so they're not a problem. So yeah, basically, they're fine. They're dwarves. They'll go forever. They might grumble about it, but they'll go forever. So, keep walking on.
We're walking. I'm going to get a spare bit of cloth and basically walk along, just fanning Miet.
Miss, that will have the opposite effect to what you want to do, because when you stop doing it, she's going to get even hotter. So I really wouldn't do that if I was you, because
I was fine to do that until we got to the forest.
I mean, if that's what you want to do and you want to make your friend hotter, that's what you do.
Just do my best to do good.
And so as we walk along, sort of friends will basically shorten his stride so he's in line with us. Mr. Gus,
Yeah.
So, how long have you and your dragon there been together? Because she's quite a specimen.
She's lovely, isn't she? I've raised her from an egg.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's very intriguing.
She's
How
my
big-
baby, and I'm her mum.
I mean, is this as big as she gets, or is...
Oh no, she's still growing. She's still a baby.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I suppose she might get maybe twice this size. I don't know, really.
But if I knows... if I knows about dragons, she's going to get a lot bigger than that, my friend. I'd say she's probably going to get, if she gets old enough, that is, she's probably going to get 8, 9 times that size.
Oh, that'd be cool. Well, it'd be pretty hard to get in the house, but yeah. But she's a good girl. She's still learning the rules, though.
Yeah, you recognise Bridris as a very, very young onyx dragon. You've never seen one before, but you know from your teachings and stuff that this is an onyx dragon. They're quite rare, as far as you know. You don't see very many of them, and certainly not living, walking about with sleeping dragons you're used to, but awake dragons? That's something different.
Well, Mr. Gust, you look after her. She is quite rare.
Oh, I know she's very special. She's my baby. I'd die before anything happens to her.
No, I mean her breed. She's quite rare.
Oh, okay. I don't know that. I just know that her mum charged me with looking after the egg. And so I did. And I've raised her ever since as my own. Although, she's not my own, I've been told. She's my friend. But my own, I mean my family. I don't know. These people have got to be very careful what you say nowadays. You'll upset someone.
Okay, so you continue on. The flames seem, as you are walking towards the forest and getting closer, the flames don't appear near you anymore. They're back. You seem to have left that. And it's now starting to cool as you approach the forest. In the darkness, as you approach the forest, and you'll recognise this, Trelador. In the forest there are tiny motes of light just appear, flick on, flick off, flick on, flick off, flick on, like fireflies. But they're sort of pale blue, pale white, not really bright, just sort of a little brief instant flash amongst the tops of the trees. Do you recognise this as they're not elves, the little fey creatures that live in the top of the forest, and friends, you would have come across them as well. They don't hurt anybody, they're just there and they just flicker about. They don't interact with anyone, apart from some of the older elves that live in the forest, not the city. And it's a welcome sight, because it means that you're crossing into the territory of the great forest of Drummond.
Ooh.
And that is where we will leave it for today.
Cool.
Good episode. Like
Cool.
that.
Glad you enjoyed. I think everybody got a bit of a run around there. So well done. Thank you. Well done for playing. It was really good fun. It was a nice big
Thank
fight.
you, Jeff.
It was a nice lots of chatter, which is always good. You met a new friend, possibly. And a
We'll see.
dragon,
Not sure about it
and
myself.
some dwarves have met and not tried to kill each other,
Yep.
which is, you know,
That's
progress.
good. Yes, that's impressive. That.
It is indeed. So, thank you all very much for playing. That was really good fun. I really enjoyed that. hopefully you did too. We, of course, will do our normal round the table thingamy. 4 questions. Would anybody like to volunteer to go first, or shall I just pick? I'm going to pick. I'm going to go with Celeste first.
Resounding silence.
Well, Celeste seems quite amicable towards the stranger because, as far as she's concerned, he came over and he was helping.
Yeah, indeed.
So, no problems there from her. She's intrigued by the forest. I was going to say that the first thing she does is touch the closest tree at the edge of the forest.
Well,
just
we'll get to that when you do that.
But no questions this week. Not from me. Just some comments.
Okay. Ferenz, questions, comments, or too early to tell?
To be honest, a little bit too early to tell, but sort of he quite likes Gus, because Gus he's friends with the dragon, so points in the positive column.
Excellent.
The rest of them, not really sure yet.
Okay. You're good to do the recap for next week, yes?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll sort that out.
Excellent stuff. Florian.
Nothing really. I think everything was kind of answered in it of what happened for Florian's perspective. Him and Melissa had a chat. Yeah.
I'm intrigued to hear this pronouncement that you've got to back up.
Yeah, no, definitely. But it is what it is. Again, I think Florian is going to be like, must be something important and well thought through, as he is. So
I could just be messing with you.
Hey, you could be, but who knows?
I know.
So yeah,
It'll be
fun to ride or fight on the back of a dragon.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah,
don't monk shit on a dragon. Nice, like it. Gus.
Yeah, Gus seems to like Stretch, our new companion. Even though he's very, very tall, he seems all right because he likes dragons and he doesn't want to kill them. So that's right, and he speaks Draconic, so he's got to be all right in some ways. But Gus is wondering whether he's actually a dragon in disguise, so he's being a bit wary there, because he might be, for all I know.
I mean, he could be. It's true.
And Gus is also very impressed with Yorick taking leadership of the dwarves. He's coming into his fore as a true dwarven leader. Is he going to be the new king of the dwarves?
King of the dwarves!
King of the dwarves!
Cool. Melissa, what you got for me?
I wonder if Yorick could make my bow do cheese and onion flavour damage instead of ready salted.
Probably.
But no, just kind of feeling that fun narrative bit of I'm nerfing myself for story reasons. Yay!
Yeah, it was good.
But it was a nice conversation with Florian.
Yes, it was.
And that needed to happen sooner rather than later. But yeah, looking forward to seeing where things go from here. Be nice to get to Drummond. Don't wholly trust the big crystal decorated cowl man. But not a devil, so we're good on that front.
So what race is he?
You have to ask him.
Sorry?
You have no idea.
You've never seen anything.
I wasn't asking for Gus, I was asking for me. I have no idea.
Oh. Yeah, he's a furbolg.
Oh, he is a furbolg, is he? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
anything else, Vanessa?
Bit concerned about what happened to Trelador with that gout of flame, though.
Nothing happened.
Yes, you just tripped a little bit.
Yes,
that's absolutely what happened.
Bit of a stumble. It's all good.
And there was definitely not some kind of thing happening.
It's all good.
Watching you.
Miette.
Yeah, it was fun giving into the stupid tonight.
Always. Always
You
leading
know,
to the
not
stupid.
actually being effective in combat and doing something in combat. But mostly I was thinking, how bloody typical is it that, the egg Gus steals manages to be the new Queen Dragon egg? Because it kind of felt with the Sapphire running away, that scene from The Mummy with Brendan Fraser when he holds up the cat. We have an onyx.
I mean, could be.
Could be. But yes, fun session.
Cool.
It's nice watching the story play out.
Okay. Trellador, what you got?
Nothing really. It's not too late to turn away from Drummond, and that we're not there yet.
No,
so...
you're not there. You've got a couple of days once you hit the forests to go. If you go directly to Drummond, the city.
No.
So. And finally, Yorick, what you got? Anything? Questions? Statements? Thoughts?
So one of the party thinks I'm going to be king of the dwarves. Another thinks I'm Reox in disguise.
Wow.
This is conspiracies all round.
Ooh, Reorc's avatar on Earth or on Helloran.
I think Yorick's just a nice dude that's quite good at making stuff.
That's a different theory, yeah.
That's what you think. Yeah, I'm genuinely a little tense when it comes to the group of NPCs we've got with us. I want to make sure they're okay, particularly not being, spaffed on by some dragon.
You've got to avoid the dragon stuff. Yeah.
The worst thing.
It is. It's awful. It's everywhere as well.
Yeah, gets everywhere, that does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll see about the new fella.
Indeed.
I mean, as far as Yorick is concerned, he's just tagging along. We're going to the same direction. He's not one of us.
Yeah.
No. Well,
We're just moving that way together.
sounds fair. Okay. So, any other general questions of any point? Resounding side. Oh, we have to ask Terry. Hang on. Terry, got any questions? No. Never any questions. Still, the day will come. She'll ask a question.
We're not being
and
excited enough for
I will fall over off my chair when she does.
Yeah.
So,
onto
I'm
Molly,
waiting-
then
I'm-
everyone will be sorry.
I'm waiting for a campaign end where it's like, so what happened then?
I don't understand. Why have you stopped? Okay, so thank you all very much for playing. You are all awesome as ever. Thank you so much. This
Thank
is
you,
brilliant.
PDM.
We will be back. We won't be back on Sunday because we're having a day off of the investigators. So just do whatever you feel. It's Sunday. Use your Sunday however you please. We will, of course, be back here on Tuesday for the next step in this campaign, Helloran Rising. We episode 65. Will anything special happen? Who knows?
We're saving the special events for episode 69.
Well, obviously. Where they will enter the great forest of Drummond. Two of the party have seen this before, this forest. And one of the party is intrigued by it. So, we will see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching. As always, have a brilliant fun time, and we will see you very soon. Bye-bye.